Hey everyone, it's Mr. Bennett-Fey, and this is going to be our assessment for this week, week 6. So I'm in lesson 7 up here, and it is 4 and 5. So what it's having you do is first you're going to create your HTML in part 4 here, and then you're going to style it, which is what we've learned new last week in part 5. So we're going to be working on this for both days. I didn't let you see me create my HTML. So this is all of it that I'm highlighting right now. And the reason for that is because we have already learned this in uh, in our in previous weeks. So the only thing that I want to show you that maybe you don't know yet is this right here. The last thing I did on my web page is include a poem. Just because I had it ready to go from our warm-up the other day. So how I did this poem thing where like each line doesn't go all the way across the page is this little piece of code right after every line. I think it stands for break. So that's how I did that. All this took me 25 minutes to do, and that is probably what it should take you. In the rubric for the HTML parts, I'll just show you right here. Your HTML needs to have 2+ paragraphs and 2+ headings, so at least 2, and then a list again. There's some other stuff with CSS that we're really focusing on, and that comes next. So let me go ahead and press finish, and it will bring me to part 2 of creating my web page. This is the fun part, where we finally get to work on our CSS. Awesome. Okay, so here I am on part 5, style.css. So now I get to basically do whatever I want to. Now, it's easier if you come up with your idea ahead of time. So I did have an idea ahead of time, and that was to make this kind of like a creepy Halloween-themed web page, just like with the fonts and colors. So I'm going to start out by doing a couple things to everything. And the way that you do that is by typing body. Okay, so here's my body, and I added 2 curly braces there. I'm going to change the background color. I wanted to change it to orange, but look at that orange. Like, first of all, it's not very Halloween-y, I don't think. And then I also had the idea of it would be really cool if it was also like the beaver color orange. And so I want to show you how to actually take an image and take the exact color off of it. So I'm going to look up a beaver logo first. Sorry to any duck fans that are watching this. So here's how you do it. So on Google Images here, I'm right-clicking, and then you don't want to copy image. You want to copy the link, image address. That's what you want. You want to copy the image address. So I copied it. And then go to this website. I'm going to put the link into the description of this video. And you upload your picture, and then you click on the part that you want the color from. So last time we talked about RGB color codes, and it actually gives us the RGB color code. So I'm going to copy and paste that. By the way, up here, this is the hex code. That is something that I think is more often used, like Google Docs and Google PowerPoint. All those things use the hex code, so you could copy that if you want. But we learned RBG, so I copied the RBG code, and I'm going to paste this in here. Before it changes the right color, it needs parentheses, and it needs RGB. Ah, nice. I like it. I'm trying to think if white text would be better. So we can always just try it out. So I know color means text color, and I can live with that. I'm still not sure if I like it, but I'm gonna keep going. So let's do some other fun stuff to it. I think maybe it'd be cool if the headings were a different color. That might make it better. So I'm gonna do H2. By the way, you don't have to go in order. You don't have to do H1 before H2. So maybe this one could be like gray or something. Okay, I like that. And then let's change it to a different font. The font family. Up. Oh, I remember this fantasy one. Nice and scary. Okay. And this spooky year, maybe let's make that biggest heading black. Sorry, that's my dog. All right, first one, color. Wait a minute, I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? All right, this is debugging in action right here. Let me make sure this is H1. Yeah? Oh. Oh, I think I just needed to refresh it. Fixed on its own. Okay. Yeah, if you're running into a problem, and the first thing you should do before debugging, by the way, is hit this button, refresh and save. Oh, I'm also gonna, since this is like the title, I always think it looks nice centered. So I'm gonna do text align dash align center. Okay, how are things looking? Something that you can also do just for like the paragraph elements is do a background just for that. So I think to like make it a little creepier, let's add some style to our paragraphs. Curly braces, background red. See how that works? Maybe something a little darker too. I like that. Now, if you notice, this isn't, the same thing doesn't happen to this because it's our ordered list. So I'm going to add another one. Background. Red. Works. Yep. We are looking good. Dang. All right, and then look at me forgetting a semicolon. Last thing I want to do is change the font for everything to be a little bit creepier. So font family. So this one is going to be the same. Ooh. Now, doesn't that look like a haunted web page? All right, so at this point, I am happy with how my web page looks. So this is critical. The last step, you should definitely do this, is go and look at the rubric and see if you have everything you need. So I'm going to go back and forth. So this is the rubric. It's in Google Classroom. And you're actually going to, in the end, give yourself a grade, like highlight which one you think you deserve and tell me why here. But here I see first in my HTML, I need two paragraphs, 2 headings, and a list. So I know I have a list, and I have 2 headings. Yep, I have 3 actually. Okay, and at least 2 paragraphs. What else? Text aligned center or right. I aligned in CSS this title center. It's right there. Got it. Next thing, font family. There's a change to font family, definitely. Got this here, and the paragraph. For at least 2 elements, change text or background color. Okay, so I did that. Dark red, dark gray. And then lastly, use at least 1 RGB or hex color. So I did that when I found my OSU color, RGB. It should look like this if you're doing RGB. You can also look up how to do hex colors. But remember that rubric is in Google Classroom. And then, so I'm gonna do this while I'm at it. I'm gonna highlight 4 because I know that I have everything. And this is how you use this sentence frame. My web page should have a grade of 4 because I had all the CSS and the HTML elements and more. Okay. And I'll go back and hit turn in on Google Classroom. Don't forget to do that. All right. So that is how to do a basic styling of a web page.